from the Fabric Shop in Ruston, Louisiana. I want to talk to you a little bit this afternoon about the face mask that we're all making. You know, we're all in a frenzy trying to get these face masks made, and I've had a lot of calls here at the Fabric Shop wanting elastic, especially the 1/4-inch elastic. You know, we were blindsided. I think the industry was blindsided by the need for the 1/4-inch elastic. And it's not available anywhere in the world right now, but in a couple of weeks we'll have a flood of it. But I want to show you what to do in the meantime. You're asking for 1/4-inch elastic or 1/8-inch elastic, and it's just not out there. It's gone. But there are a lot of elastics out there. This is a braided elastic. If it is braided, it has little ribs in it. And you can take a good pair of sharp scissors and you can cut the braided elastic right down the ribs. This particular elastic looks like it's 3/4 inch, which means I could cut 3 1/4-inch wide elastic from this 3/4 inch. I will go over about a 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, and I will just cut down the rib like so. I'll cut down the rib, and I'm cutting through the elastic down the rib. And of course, you're looking at this, you can see immediately Louise didn't do a perfect 1/4 of an inch, but that's okay. Anything from an 1/8 to a 1/4 is good. But what you want to do after you cut it is pull it like so. And see that little elastic that popped up right there? No big deal, trim it off. That means I just cut through a little piece of elastic right there, and like so. You see that's not raveled. And I could cut this whole piece, and I could have from 1 yard of 3/4-inch braided elastic, I could have 3 yards of 1/4-inch elastic. Now, how do I know if that's going to work? I have all this elastic in my drawer, and I'm thinking, well, is it braided elastic? I don't know. She said braided elastic. Take the elastic that you have and cut a 1/4 of an inch. Just cut it up a 1/4 of an inch. We're going to pretend I'm cutting a 1/4 of an inch like so. And then, of course I didn't because this wasn't braided. Then pull it like so. See how that's raveling? Look at that. See what a mess? That's knit elastic. That won't work. You can't use that. It's no good for 1/4-inch elastic. There's also great lingerie elastic. It's called folder of elastic. You know, we sewed it forever and we used it forever for ponytails. They would put this around the ponytail and tie a knot, ponytail holder. It's fold over lingerie elastic. You just fold it over. A lot of the ladies have been getting this, using it on the edge of the face mask and stitching it right on the edge, and it worked great. But better than that would be lingerie elastic, not so wide. See, it has a pretty little picot edge, and it's soft, and it's a great elastic, and it comes in all different colors, black and brown and pink and hot pink. But that's the elastic situation. Here, you see here I was cutting 1/4-inch elastic for some of our masks that we were making, and here is some that I wanted to do. I didn't do a real good job of 1/4-inch, but you get the idea. Hey, it works, okay? All right, so that's the elastic, and the braided elastic, you know how that works now. All right, now let's talk about the wire. A lot of you are making great masks, and you're making mask with a wire at the top, like so. Oh, let's back up just a minute. When you make a mask, first thing you need to do, when you pick out a pattern, and you know there's a million plus one, how to make a face mask on YouTube and on Facebook, and you go there and you sit down and you make up 30 face masks just like that, just following that pattern. And then you go to give it to the hospital or the nursing home, whoever needs it, and they go to put it on, and what happens? You see? It wouldn't go behind my ears for anything. Okay, let me hook it on this side. And that was a good pattern on Facebook. Hook it on this side. You see, it's way too little. So the first thing you want to do, make one mask by whatever pattern you're going to use. And then try it on, wear it around for 20 minutes and see, is it comfortable? Will a nurse be able to wear this mask with that size of elastic? And if not, adjust your pattern. Now, what's important, I love this. Look at this. We started having cute little panels, and I had a piece of fabric I was going to show you. But look at this. I'm a hot cat, okay? Big daddy cat for the man. Okay, we got a big daddy cat. Love this one. So look and see if you don't have some cute novelty fabric. There's some cute nurses panels with cute nurses, sassy nurses, that fussy cut them and put that on the front. That makes people smile, makes them laugh, especially if you're working in a nursing home, if you're taking them to a nursing home. If the nurses have on something like this, or something that says POW. I have a piece of fabric around here that says POW or Zoom or whatever. If you fussy cut and have that right in the center, that's so much more fun. A cute fabric for your mask would be something like one of these panels. You see, you can fussy cut and let this be the front of the mask. You can put anything on the back, but look how cute that would be, and that would make people smile when they saw you. Another choice, look at this one. This is our Happy Cats. See Happy Cats? Happy Cats would be a good one. This morning I sent out patriotic fabric. People wanted to make masks with the flag of the United States and with the bald eagle. And you know, we do have bald eagles in Ruston. Also, when you make your mask, you're going to need a wire at the top so that when you put it on, you want to form it right over the nose. You need to have a wire that forms over the nose like so. There's lots of things you can use. Pipe cleaners work great. A pipe cleaner works fine. Florist wire. But if you're going to use florist wire, I recommend that you use 2 strings of florist wire. Now, florist wire's got a sharp edge here. Take your needle nose pliers, pretend I'm using needle nose pliers, fold it back. Oh, I didn't even need needle nose pliers. See, fold it back just like that so that you don't have a sharp end sticking out. But when you sew that wire, whether it's this, whether it's, let me show you my favorite. I didn't have any wire. So my ingenious husband took coated paper clips. He straightened them out, and then he curved the end just a little bit like so. Worked perfect. They just shape just beautifully over the nose. So when you go to put these in, let's use this one. I love my cats. When you go to put it in, you make your channel and you put your wire in, and it's right in the center over the nose. You need to stitch on each side. Most of the masks have not done this, and they're not telling you to do this. I'm telling you to do this. Stitch it on each side in the channel, on each side of the wire where the wire ends, so that that doesn't slide. I took a whole lot of them and washed them and dried them and put them in plastic bags, and I also ironed them, but I noticed that the wire that was in the middle had slid over to the outside, so on each one of them I had to manipulate it and get the wire back to the center. So put your wire in, all right? So that's the wire. We've talked about let's talk about filters. One of the best filters that I have found was a vacuum cleaner bag, filter bag. I took my vacuum cleaner filter bags and cut them up into little rectangles about so. And a lot of these masks have an opening where you put the filter in. You can take the filter, cut little rectangles, open them, slip the filter in, and then at the end of the day, when you wash that mask, when you take it home and wash it, then when you get home with that mask, wash it, put it on the next day. If you need a new filter, you just put it in, and see, now I have a new filter in there. And that's a vacuum cleaner bag. Now, if you do not have a vacuum cleaner filter bag, Pellon non-fusible, non-woven interfacing would be another option. Not the second best, but another option. Okay? There are all kinds of masks. We talked about the size. I have learned that when I make my casing on the mask, if I run my elastic through and make it a couple of inches longer, and then tie an overhand knot like so in it. Then when I give it to someone and they go to try it on their face, and they hook it on like so, if it's too tight, they can let it out. If it's too loose, they can tie it up. So this is a good thing. A lot of these masks have an opening here that the elastic runs through. They tell you to tie a knot, and then they tell you to work that knot into the casing like so. So it looks like this, and the knot's gone. But if you leave it out like this so that the person using it can adjust it to fit their head, then they're ahead of the game, okay? The mask patterns, like we said, there's 1,000,001. I have found one that has turned out to be my favorite, and I want to tell you about it. If you go on YouTube, it's how to make a face mask with filter pocket and adjustable wire. It's just one of many. But we cannot stress enough the importance of having a mask, wearing the mask, and washing our hands. So we want to be safe. We want to do everything we can. If wearing a mask out in public will make you keep your hands off your face, wear a mask and be safe. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. I want you to go to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you subscribe, and on the channel there's a little heart on the bottom, and if you touch that little heart, when we put up a new video, then it will immediately alert you. And we appreciate you subscribing and watching our videos. Be safe.